Hi, welcome to Hikate's Crossing. Right, tonight I am going to use my own creations. Right, so let's see what tonight's message is going to be all about. Let's start with the Journey to the Crossroads Tarot. So let's have a look. I hope I haven't mixed up two decks. No, it doesn't look like it. Nope, it's all good. Right, let's see what tonight's... Oh, okay, first card we have is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles to me is about what are you holding on to. Hi, Knight. Hi, YOLO. So I'm just doing a quick collective reading. Yep, all good, not too bad. Just cruising, relaxing. End of the day for me here. It's now 7 p.m. on a Tuesday night. So the message we have today is about asking us, what are we holding on to? What do we actually need to put away? Yep, certainly YOLO. I'm just going to do readings in a minute. I'm just going to do a quick collective, sort of starting off. So this is looking at what are we holding on to? What do we actually need to let go of in some way? What do we actually need to put away for another day? Which is quite important. What do we need to put away? Because it's all about what are we learning. There's also could be a type of needing to be solitude, maybe needing to go through meditation or reflection to find those answers that lie with. Whoa, that just flew out. Okay, the Empress card here is about bringing things into fruition on some level. So what do we need to bring into fruition, which is quite important? What do we need to nurture and guide? And here we've got the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, I'm going to have to shift that incense line right up my nose. Okay, Page of Wands is this youthful energy, but yet not experienced in what's actually happening. So you've got the Two of Swords here. Two of Swords is a sense of crossroads, decisions yet to be made, trying to find some internal peace, which is really, really important. So what are you actually holding on to, or what do you need to bring into your life? What do you need? What do you actually need to hold on to? This could be a journey of solitude, reflection, and meditation going on. It could be about bringing things into fruition on some level. There is a sense of this enthusiasm, this drive, this motivation, but yet not having the full experience of what's important. So you're finding yourself, you're at a crossroads and you're trying to find some internal peace mentally on your journey. So that's just a really quick message with the Journey to the Crossroads or tarot deck. So, right, Carnite, I'm just going to do random questions. So I will flick through and see whose questions are there. So I'll just start with Carnite. Kainate Bukari, may I ask what's coming for you in love? Just type up your question and I'll scroll back as we go through. So, Carnite, what is coming for you in regards to love? Oh, interesting. Okay, the first card that popped out was the Two of Cups. Two of Cups to me is a sense of having some balance. Okay, this is bringing in a new relationship on some level. Hi, Anchel. Hey, Shada. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So it's about nurturing your physical well-being, also about your health and wealth and stuff like that. But it's also to have the relationship. It's also reminding us when you move into a relationship, no matter what level, don't forget to sort of nurture self in some way, but don't let your emotions get the better of you. Okay, oh, we've got Two Okay, Two of Pentacles as well. So we've got Two of Cups here, which is about the relationship coming in with balance and everything like that. And you've got the Queen coming in with a sense of nurturing self. It's like, don't forget who you truly are. Be careful about finding yourself stretched too thin within the relationship as well, which is quite important for you. And here you've got the King. So you've got this guy coming in, and he's going to be quite practical, quite logical. I feel he's quite logical. Okay, so I feel like this person that's coming into your life is very practical, very business orientated on some way, could seem quite masculine in their energies. Doesn't necessarily mean that they are a guy, but they are quite masculine in the way that they deal with the situation, with the relationship and what goes on around them. So you just need to be aware of not putting yourself in too much of a situation where you're finding yourself sort of stretched too thin. Right, so I'm just going to do a quick message here. Let's see. Okay, we've got Crossroads Oracle. Okay, we've got talking about light at the end of the tunnel, or there's a light that shines within you. Okay, and the heartbroken card has come up. I don't know whether you've been dealing with some heartbreak, or you may do at some stage. Maybe things aren't going to quite go according to plan, and this might be because of this needing to find the priorities and what's important. Okay. It is about your health as well. I feel like the health seems quite important. It's also important to stay grounded, reach towards the stars in a way. But I'm feeling like there's a lot of not quite as you'd expect it to be. I'm feeling like there's sort of this energy that's sort of saying it's not quite as you'd expect it to be. It is about having some internal strength at this time. I'm getting a lot of blockage or a lot of stuff going on. Like this Two of Pentacles is quite strong in that I feel like you're going to be stretched very thin, or got a lot of stuff going on. It's about finding your priorities. You know, what's truly important to your journey at this time is something that you might need to think about as well. It does talk about a little bit of heartbreak, so it means that things may not be as you expect. It does got the light here. So I don't know whether the light's sort of overriding that, and it's saying that it's A-okay. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things are going to be okay. Things might not be quite as you expect it to be. So you do need to make sure that you stay grounded, okay? And you still do need to take care of your health in some way. And it's also about using the strength that you need to move ahead. Anyway, so that's your reading for tonight. Now, don't forget, if I do a reading with you, for you tonight, come back and listen to the video again if you're not quite sure on something, okay, because that's going to make a big difference to you at all. Okay, so questions. YOLO, general love. Hi, Anchel Sharma. YOLO, general love reading for the next 6 months. Okay, love reading for the next 6 months. What lies ahead for YOLO? Okay, so the first card we have here is the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man here is in the fact of looking at new perceptions, look at things from a bit different, maybe being aware of what are you actually sacrificing of yourself within the situation as well. See, the actual Hangman's actually disappeared in this photo. Someone's already cut him away, so to speak. He's already decided that he's not going to sacrifice himself or herself for whatever needs to go on. So, it's all about, what are you sacrificing within the situation? Be careful you're not sacrificing yourself overall. You've got the Knight of Cups here. So it is about making sure you're feeling like you're in alignment as well over the next 6 months, making sure you stay balanced as well. You may also have this romance coming into the situation. Feel like it could be a knight in shining armor. Could be somebody's going to sweep you off your feet, so to speak. Hi, Divine Spirit of Sunshine. Okay, we've got the 9 of Wands here, so that's about perseverance. So it's about persevering in what needs to go through. So we're talking about what are you sacrificing of yourself. It might be a fact of listening to some news, or you might receive some news in some way. So you might need to find yourself persevering. Don't be in a hurry to get where you want to go. Oh, we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. So the Wheel of Fortune is all about that fact of not going around and round in circles, maybe allowing yourself to accept there are life's ups and downs as well. Life's ups and downs could be really important. And acceptance. It's about, don't forget, not everything's fated. There are some times when you can take the action that you actually need to do. So you've got the Strength card here. So it is about using your strength to actually move ahead, to actually take a bit of a risk. You've got the Fool here. So I feel like it's about taking a bit of a risk, having the courage to have a bit of a risk. And I feel like at the end of it, that within the 6 months, there is a slight happiness. There's a sense of, this is 10 of Cups, so it feels like there is a union of some level coming together. So it could be really, really positive, but there are some steps that you need to do. One of them is sort of like take that risk, take that chance, use your courage and your strength, understanding life's ups and downs. Okay, but you've got to make a decision to move forward. There is a sense of perseverance because of the news that you actually arrive when you decide that you're not going to sacrifice. Be careful about what you are sacrificing of yourself. And let's just do it quick. Here we go. Here you've got written communication. That is about removing the mask, remove what you're hiding behind, or what's been hidden. Okay, that's also removing the masks in some way, and about connecting with the angel energy, or maybe an angel is going to come into your life, someone who's really spiritual and able to guide you in the right direction. So that's your message in regards to the next 6 months. So don't forget, take care of self. Right, let's have a look who else had a message up here. Okay, so next one was Shader, I think. Shader, how can I better progress into a relationship with H? How can I better progress into a relationship with H? How can I better progress? Okay, Shader, let's continue. Okay, first card we have is 6 of Swords. Now, 6 of Swords is a little bit about perceptions. Oh, you're welcome, YOLO. Take care. Okay, Shader, we've got the 6 of Swords to start with. So that to me is about shifting your perceptions, maybe shifting in the direction that you're actually moving in, going into a smoother waters, things and sort of like you're leaving behind the chaotic thoughts and stuff that are going on, and you're able to move into something small, smoother. And you've got the 8 of Pentacles here, which is about finishing tasks. So is there something that you need to complete first, Shader? Might be something that you actually need to finish as well. 9 of Cups reminds us that there is a sense of a gain coming in, an emotional gain as well coming in. And it's also that things happen behind the scenes, even when we don't see what's actually going on. Hi, Sun. Okay, so let's have a look. What else has Shader got? Here we go. Okay, we've got the Devil here. So this to me is about letting go of the chains, or you're breaking away Shady. You're breaking away from the chains that you've been holding on to as well. Don't forget that there could be chains or something that you're holding on to, and you're breaking away. You need to break away from that situation as well. And what's going to happen with that is you've got this Two of Wands here, and it gives you that chance to sort of move ahead in the direction that you actually want to go. It's giving you some choices in the direction you actually need to go once you break away from some past, something to do with the past, which is why I feel like you're moving into smoother waters here. As you finish something needs to be completed. There is an emotional gain to the situation, but it is about breaking away from the chains and stuff. Okay, really important, because you do have some choices ahead of you. It is about having faith in yourself. Also could be about developing your spiritual development within yourself as well. Super important. Now, again, we've got this Three of Swords coming up, and this is like a sense of betrayal. So it's like you've been dealing with, and I feel like this is, to me, is coming in about the past. This is about you overcoming past issues in regard to a betrayal or someone that created some heartbreak for you on some level. It's interesting that sort of come through. So I'm just going to swap the deck here. Okay, we've just got Vesta's art. Oops, this just has happened here. Always a little bit confused. Right, okay, so Vesta's art oracle deck. Let's have a look. Okay, first card is to Shader, is to look beyond the illusion to create your reality. Okay, it feels like there is a bit of an illusion. Okay, so it is about looking beyond the illusion. It is about seeing the truth of the situation. It's interesting that's come up. So it's asking you that you sit in silence. Okay, it's important that you do some meditation, reflection, contemplation, and find a sense of sacredness that lies within you. Feels like you're going through a very strong spiritual transformation, Shader. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Julie. Sorry I missed you. Come sneaking in. So anyway, so what I'm saying, Shader, is a lot of spiritual transformation that you're still going with. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that you're still dealing with spiritually. So I feel like it's about finding your own sacredness, which is super, super important. Because it's about it's divine spirit. I'm in the flow of abundance. So it's about finding that sense of abundance. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about happiness and stuff. So there feels like there's still a bit of work that you're still moving through, of course. So that's your message for today. Okay, the decks I'm using are decks that I've created myself as well. They're all available on Make Playing Cards. Right, now, next message. Let's have a look who else is here. Okay, so Shader asked you a question. Divine Spirit. Okay, hello, love. I feel like Spirit has a leg up on information that could keep me safe. Also, I think I'm having nudges that there is something strange about to happen. Okay, so let's have a look. Whoa, interesting. Okay, cards that we've got to look at is the Seven of Cups. It's all about choosing wisely. Looks like you've been given a lot of options, but it's about you deciding, Divine Spirit. It's deciding what direction you actually want to move into. What emotional choices do you actually want to make about the situation? Just super important. Okay, we've got the star here, which talks about hope, talks about letting your true self shine through. Maybe you're stepping between the worlds as well. Ooh. Okay, you've got the Queen of Cups. Again, you've got that psychic abilities, you've got that nurturing, emotional stuff going in, and you've got the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands reminds us to, for me, it reminds us to observe, to be patient, to, even though there's that sense of swift movement, there's a lot of movement and stuff going on, but it also reminds you to actually have some patience in the situation as well. Super important. Divine. Yeah. Divine Spirit. Yeah. Just checking to see what else was happening. I thought I missed something. Okay, so I feel like for you that it is about making sure that you choose wisely in the direction that you actually want to go in. Look at all your options that are available to you. Not all the offers that are given to you are the right one. You've got to really think about, does this resonate with you? Trust your gut instinct. Okay, Divine Spirit, remind you to sort of just connect with your inner spirit, okay, with your inner self, your higher self. This again, I feel like is a sense of developing your abilities between the worlds. This again, you've got this nurturing here, you've got Queen of Cups. So again, you've got that energy that's very nurturing on many levels, very soulful sort of energy. And this is also about observing, sort of taking note about what needs to happen, because when you decide, it's going to move quite quickly. I feel like it's going to be quite passionate or quite creative in lots of ways. Okay, we've got transformations here, which is coming through quite strongly. Okay, and again, you've got, it'll bring, with the transformations, it's going to bring lots of new beginnings. There's going to be lots of changes and stuff happening. And I feel like everything is sort of going to come together in the right direction. This just tells me that emotionally, I feel like there's going to be a sense of unity within yourself. It's like you're going to have everything sort of coming together on some level. Now, what I want is a playing card set that I created. I just have to make sure I got the right. Yep. Okay, so let's have a look. Any more message for Divine Spirit? Divine Spirit. Okay, your message is new challenges with news arrives. So it feels like there's a lot of new beginnings, new challenges, new things happening. It's very much about your perceptions, your thoughts and ideas. Here you've got harmony and friendships, good news awaits. So again, you've got that news, good news happening. So it feels like, yes, there's a lot of news and stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of, you'll be getting some announcements or some new. So here you've got a new relationship, intuition, trust. And I feel like that relationship is within yourself as well. So you've got that relationship that's going to happen within yourself. And it's really asking that you trust in your own intuition, trust in your development within self. So I feel like that was a real complementary with the playing cards and the journey to the Crossroads Tarot deck. Right, so who's next as I flick back? Nada, hi Nada. Okay, so Divine Spirit did your reading, did YOLO. Yeah. Okay, Sun Lehman, can I ask what my higher up at work thinks of me? Can I ask what my higher up at work thinks of me? Sun, right, Sun. Let's have a look at Sun's reading. What does higher up at work think of her? Work relation situation. Okay, we've got 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles to me is a card of that sense of entitlement in a way. So I'm wondering if they Someone think, oh, you always get that as a bit of luxury, you know, it's okay to take care of yourself, it's okay to pamper. And you've got the Four of Wands here, so this is a sense of celebration of achievement. So I feel like you're entitled to the achievement. I think that's really important, Sun, that you're actually recognized for. Oh, you're welcome, Divine Spirit. Sun, what I'm getting here is a sense of being entitled to the acknowledgement in regards to the achievements that you've actually made. I feel like you're entitled to that achievement. You're being recognized for the work that you've already achieved. Okay, it's interesting, you've got this Pentacles again. Here you've got Seven of Pentacles. So you've got this sense of harvesting, if you like, harvesting what's really important in your journey. Okay, within regards to work, it seems like you're able to bring in that value to the workplace, to your job, to what needs to actually be done. I'm getting a lot of very positive cards here, and we get things happening. It's like you're going to be expected to sort of move quite quickly with things as well. It's like you're expected to achieve and do things quite quickly. It's not a muck around thing. You've got the moon here, so they're acknowledging your cycles, you know, your phases and cycles and where you're at and how much you've actually achieved and what you've still got yet to do and all that stuff's going on. So I'm getting a lot of movement here. Here we've got the Knight. So here you're going to hear some news. I feel like there's some news coming, an announcement on some level. Okay, and it talks about new potential. So it looks like you're going to be offered something new, or something new is coming your way. And I'm just going to do the photo cards here. So let's see what message. See, you've got pathways still ahead of you, even though you've had pathways behind you. There is pathways coming in. Okay, and White is about a purification, about cleansing away of the old, but it's also about embracing the whole of you, isn't it, a way? It's the connection to the higher self coming in. It's a sense of purity, purification. And the direction, again, you've got directions, you've got pathways. White, a sense of purification, so you're cleaning away. So you look at the pathways you've traveled. You've got the sense of cleaning away what no longer serves you or what doesn't serve you well, and you're moving in the right direction. You're moving in the direction that you actually need to be in. So it feels like everything's sort of moving in the right direction. You've got nothing to worry about. So take a deep breath, and everything will be in the right frame of mind for the moment. Anyway, it seems to be moving in that direction. So there you go, Sun. Oh, Julie, yeah, I created my own decks. A lot of them are digital art, which I'll show you shortly, and some of them are a bit fun, and they're all on Make Plain cards. You can find them on my blog, all sorts of places. So yeah, I made my deck. Right. So we've let's have a look. I'm just checking everyone's mess. I don't know who I've missed. YOLO, Sun. Oh, can I ask? Yes, Julie. Julie, you wanted a message. Julie, yes. Tarot advice? Regards? Yeah, sure. Ask away, Julie. You got a question? Yep, certainly. Ask away. So I've done Shaders reading. Jenny, I'm not sure if you had a question or not. And I don't know. Julie, what is the best course of action regarding Ben? I really don't know what to do or behave with this guy. Yep, I can do that for you. Just give me 2 seconds, and I'll just put the link in here to my shop space. Hope I haven't closed it off. There we go. There's the link. So I hope that's come up okay. Right, what's the best course of action regarding Ben? Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, okay. What have we got to start with? Okay, we've got. I hate this when they're so dark. I think I should have turned the light on. Doesn't really help, does it? That might help. And five. Just trying to remember what that was. Yes, it was a 5. Okay, so yep, Jenny, I'll do your reading, no worries. Okay, Julie, let's have a look. First we've got is a 5 of Swords, and I feel like you're feeling a little defeated. You're not quite, as you said, you're not quite sure, so you're feeling very defeated. It's interesting that the 5 of Swords came out. And you got Page of Pentacles here. So I feel like there's a youthful energy coming in, and it's all about making sure there is a sense of, I want to say, learning about what needs to be done. It's sort of about not rushing in. Sort of like things happening behind the scene. I feel like things are happening behind the scene that maybe you're not quite seeing yet. Okay, I just got recognizing his abilities, his skills, or his things that interest him. Things that interest him. I don't know if this is a positive thing or... Yeah, I think the best thing to do is sort of ask about what his interests are and what's part, because you are part of a team. It's like you're needing to do there. Wow. So it's about finding some clarity, removing the confusion and stuff. I think that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of confusion. Backstabbing. What's that about backstabbing? No, I didn't. Okay, there is some transformations and some changes coming in. What I'm getting here is about recognition of skills and removing the oh no, not backstabbing, as in things happening behind the scenes that you don't. Oh, there is backstabbing behind the scenes. There is some stuff that's happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of. So it's about you sort of asking about his day, and because there is some changes, there is transformation, there is a potential for some changes once you get some clarity about the situation. I'm getting a lot about communication in regards to that. It does bring up hope. So it does move into a more positive sort of energy. Secret's been revealed. Let me use one more card. Secret's been revealed. Okay, playing. Okay. The playing cards just flipped out. Oh, these cards actually aren't on make playing cards. If you want them, there's a couple of decks that I've got. Just let me just go into. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Copy link. There we go. Okay, find this stock here. There's misunderstanding and pettiness. Okay. So that makes sense. That's why secrets are going to be revealed. I didn't feel like it was ancient knowledge or anything like that. I just felt like it was secrets being revealed. There is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Okay, so we've got here about being vulnerable emotionally. You know, about feeling emotionally vulnerable, about listening, tuning in. Okay, it's about tuning into your own emotions, acknowledging how you feel, trusting in yourself as well, which is really cool. And take no nonsense. Oh, take no nonsense. I just got really firmly, don't take any nonsense. It is about you just, I know you might be feeling a little emotional or a little bit vulnerable in the state that you're in. It is about trusting in yourself, but take no nonsense. Okay? So take no nonsense is super important here. And the last card here is I've got making long-term plans is going to bring a happy at home. So I do feel like things are going to shift and things are going to change, and it is going to bring you into a much more happy space. But I'm getting a lot about communicating. Asking about his day is going to be really important, about his skills and his abilities. So find a way to sort of find some common ground, if you like. Find a way to communicate with him, because it is in the end about a long-term plan. So it is about a happy home, whatever that can be for you, Julie. I guess I have to be diplomatic, and I agree, don't put up with any BS. You're right, absolutely. 100%. Hey Karen, I'm just put your question in and I'm just scrolling up as I go through to see who's next. So I've done Julie. So after Julie, Julie, yep, I think so. And there was Nada. Nada was asking about Al. Okay, I don't know if Nada, is Nada Donut still here? Oh, thanks, Julie. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so Nada. Not sure if Nada Donut's here, but I will do it really quick. Can I please ask if Al has someone new? Oh, okay. Nada. I'm getting sacrifice card. What are you sacrificing yourself for? You know, why are you sacrificing yourself? You've got the Knight of Air here. So you've got the sense of rushing in, you know, take a step back. You know, what are you sacrificing? Take a step back, make some plans, have a look at the situation, make a strategy about what's important to you as well. Okay, because it's about bringing in a sense of wealth into your life on some level. So how do you do that? Bringing in some new beginnings, a new love, definitely a shift in the relationship in some ways. There's definitely a new love, a new beginning coming through. Again, you got that sense of don't give up. I'm just got told don't give up to into being happy. Okay, be careful about what you're actually holding on to as well. There might be you've got the Knight of Wands here, so this is a chance for you to actually have a look, observe what's actually going on before you actually make some decisions. I feel like I'm keep getting asked, you know, what are you sacrificing? What are you stopping yourself from actually doing? So that's really important. Oh, thanks, Julie. So Nada, really important for you to look at what are you sacrificing. You need to take a step back and make some clear plans or some strategize about where you're going and what's actually going on. Look at the battle, look at what's actually happening within yourself and your perceptions and everything like that. Look at bringing some wealth into your life. There is a chance of a new beginning, a new bringing a relationship into your life. But I'm getting sort of like, don't give up on yourself. In a way, don't give up on yourself as well. As you look at what are you actually holding on to, it might be a thing for you to actually take a step back and observe and have a look and see what you need to do before you rush ahead. Okay, so that's really important for you. Now, I'm just going to go into the Vestas Hecate's Crossing Art Oracle. Okay, so there's no keywords to these cards, so it's all about colour and what I see. So let's have a look. Ooh, I'm getting a very swirly energy. I'm getting a lot of creative energy flow, a lot about your digestive, how you're digesting your experiences, meditation, reflection going on here. I think it's very much about working with your lower chakras up to your heart. So working with your base chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, and your heart chakra. So you can feel yourself feeling a little grounded. You know who you are who you are as an individual is really important. I feel like you've got a lot of work to do around this area here. So it's going to allow you to look at how you digest your experiences. So you can actually start to trust in yourself a lot more and able to open your heart out to yourself. I'm getting a lot about opening your heart out to yourself and maybe to something different, something new as well. Oh, what are you, this one here, I get a little bit about looking in the mirror, about who you are, looking in the mirror to be able to truly see who you are as an individual and acknowledge who you are. Seems to be really, really strong, Nada, about this. I feel like it's very strong about working with your lower chakras, looking in the mirror and seeing the truth of who you truly are as an individual. Super, super important. And we again get that thing about opening up your heart. Oh, lots of different directions this can go in. So I feel like this is about opening up your heart, meditation, reflection, being able to have the sense of purity within the love that you're able to radiate around you. So super important, Nada, for you. So hopefully that gives you some clarity about what you need to do. Don't forget, if I've done a reading for you and you're unsure of it, come back and listen to it later. And again, take some notes and maybe have some reflection in what's important to you at this time. So now, Jenny. Yes, I think. Oh, Karine, yep, Jenny. So I know Jenny wanted a reading, but I'll do Karine, if Jenny hasn't done a question yet. No, okay, so Karine has done a question yet. I'll just do Karine and then I'll do you, Jenny. You're next. So just write up your message. Right, Karine. Amrita Zevika. How does Devon feel about me? We are no contact because he blocked me. It was long distance, even though you feel a connection and attraction to him. Okay, so this might, I'm straight away, Corinne, I'm a little sorry, I'm getting a very straight away, I'm getting a sense of hesitation here. Okay, I'm getting a very much about, there's a block for a reason. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm just going to go for the Lenormand cards in this, I think. Okay. Lenormand. Let's have a look. Karine. parent. Okay, partner. Okay. Now it's interesting because I'm getting, okay, we've got you sitting here. And what I've done is I've looked at man and parent, man and partner, right? To look at those cards. And then what I've done is I've looked at 2 this side and we've got 3 this way. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can quite see. Oh, you can see that? Oh, never quite sure whether it's all going to fit in the screen here. So we start with the querent, the partner, the man, if you like, in the journey, right? And straight away we get looking at this being protective. Okay, we've got the bear as being strength and protection. But I'm sort of about getting a sense of protecting yourself, or he's protecting himself. I feel like he's protecting himself for some reason. This is where he's at in this time. It's about his protection for himself. Okay, so we've got here that there are some delays or some blocks to the happiness, blocks to the sunshine on the situation. And it is about acknowledging the announcement, the stuff that's actually going on here, acknowledging the birth of what's actually happening here. So straight away, I'm sort of getting quite a, okay, we've got the coffin, birds, has to be an end to the gossip or end to the conversation, into the conversation being in the open. Okay, so it's about not talking about it publicly. Interesting about not talking about it publicly, and here we are public. Oh, thanks, Kane. Okay, Karen. It's about not talking about things openly in the public. Okay, it's going to be an end to that situation. So, got the man card again. So something about him definitely is coming up. And it's about staying as a friend. Okay, I know that's maybe where he wants, but I felt like he was pushed. And here we've got some new chapter in the life. So maybe friendship could be a new chapter in your life, Karan. Okay, I feel like there needs to be, what we've got here is that he feels like he's protecting himself at this time. There is a block to you actually being happy in this situation for some reason, with hearing the news that you want to hear. Seems to be a block to that. There is an end to the conversation about it, because there is a possibility of a friendship. Okay, but there's a lot of other stuff that's got to take place first. So let's have a look. Whew, stormy weather. I feel like there's a lot of storm and stuff going on. There's a sense of protection by the angels. There's that sense of being protected, spiritual development within oneself. It's about, this one here to me is always about facing your demons, okay? It's about being able to communicate clearly, being able to know who you truly know your energy, know what you're putting out there, trusting in your own gut instinct, really, and opening your heart to new possibilities. So this one here to me is a lot about facing your demons, about what demons do you actually need to face in the situation. Okay, I'm feeling like this is going to be, I'm not going to give you much good news in the whole situation. Yeah, I get that sense of, he got the heart coming in here. So to me, this is about the heart opening up and spreading out into something new. I feel like there's somebody behind the scenes that may help you to open up your heart. I'm getting sort of a sense of a joining for 2 souls here. 2 souls joining up. So here I get a sense of you actually with someone else, someone new. This might be a friendship, but I feel like there's something new coming up further for you. So you've just got to leave behind the old and allow yourself the new stuff to come in. Otherwise, you're going to create a lot of storm and stuff coming in. Okay, so that's your message there in regards to that question ring. Okay, Jenny, what can my boss focus on, or what can your boss focus on tomorrow to achieve our day's goals and be great leaders? Ooh. Okay, let's have a look. Jenny. Ooh. Okay, what can you focus on tomorrow to achieve your day's goals? Okay, cards flew out. Let's just pick those couple of cards up. These are obviously important. Let's start with these. Okay. My first words are, Jenny, a to-do list. Actually have a to-do list, a task list, if you like, to get some clarity. Cut away all the debris. Look at what your priorities are, what's important. Have a clear thought about what actually needs to be achieved. Okay? And then make some choices about your what's important. What do you actually want to bring into your day? Your boss and I, yep. So I think a to-do list is going to be really important. Look at what your priorities are to gain some clarity. Allow yourself to make the choices that you need to do in order that needs to be done. Okay, I think that's a super smart way to begin the to-do to be able to achieve your day's goals. Oh, this is Jenny's reading now. I did your reading, Corinne. If you've missed your reading for any reason or you're unsure, go back and listen to it, and you'll see me say your name, and you'll hear me say your name, and then the reading will answer your question. Okay, Jenny. So you're about the reading I just did before was yours, Corinne. The reading I just did before. Okay, so to-do list, focus. It's also a chance to pause. I'm getting a chance to pause, have a pause for a moment, and allow yourself to observe what needs to go, what needs to be done, and get all the information. Somebody going around and around in circles like a headless chook, if you like. I'm getting this round and round and round stuff and getting nothing done. Okay, like a headless chook. So I don't know who does that thing, but it doesn't help the situation completely. Okay, so you've got to look at what you can control and don't worry about the things that you cannot. You've got the 5 of Cups here, so you're looking at the things that you can control and not worrying about the things that you can't, because there's some things that you just cannot achieve. Okay, so really important. That's why I keep getting you a thing about prioritizing, making sure what's important that you're actually moving in. I'm still getting someone running around like a headless chook. I don't know who that is. It's going round and round and round in circles like on a roundabout and can't get off. Can't get off the roundabout. They're not quite sure in what direction they're moving in. Not quite sure what's actually happening here. So we've got the Page of Cups here, and for me I'm just getting a very strong message about being in alignment, enable you to not feel like a fish out of water. So I think that's what happens when everything keeps going around and around in circles and doesn't seem to get done. Yes, Corinne, I've done your message. You just have to rewind it a little bit. So Jenny, I feel like someone's going around and around in circles and it's sort of throwing the alignment off in a way. So you need to find a way to not feel like a fish out of water. I think that's the main aspect here, is about getting some clarity, doing a to-do list, making sure that everything feels like it's you're focusing on what's important. you're observing what's important, you're doing what's important. That's going to stop you feeling like you're going around and round and round in circles, focusing on what's important and not worrying about what you can't control, because there's some things that you can't do. And then the fish out of water is quite, and I'm getting a lot about, I've got the 9 of Wands here, and this is about perseverance. Persevering in the direction that you actually want to go in. Okay, using the Art Oracle. Yep, you've got to make a to-do list. Yeah, that's the only way. Why is this card again coming up? So I'm getting here with this one here about just meditate. Can you take, Jenny, can you take 5 minutes in the morning and just breathe? Oh yes, Corinne. Sorry, I didn't realise that you'd left. Yeah, you did. It did miss. It was the reading before. So Jenny, I'm getting a lot about meditation here and reflection. It's really about just taking 5 minutes to breathe in the morning, Jenny, before you start. Take a moment to breathe. Ooh. I just got to be careful about folding within yourself, like collapsing within yourself. It's like not trying to do, don't open your heart too much. Don't try and do too much in one go. Break it down to small bits. I'm getting a lot of whirly stuff energy here, Jen. I'm still getting a lot, Jenny, I'm getting a lot of whirly stuff, like moving around in lots and lots of directions and feeling like you're backtracking or not quite getting everything done. So I'm just still getting a lot, just to be really aware of that. Somebody in the team, I think. I'm wondering if somebody in the team that's a bit whirly with their energy, but scattered energy is what I want to say, Jenny. I feel like somebody in your team is very scattered. It's like you need to structure their movements in a way. I'm getting like you need to structure their movements. Put them in a box, so to speak. It's like contain them so that that's going to help you achieve your goals. If you can get this person focused on just one task. If you put in a question, I'll just scroll back to it. So no problem. Because I'm on StreamYard, I can just scroll back. You're imagining inside of you know who the person is. I feel like there's somebody that needs to be contained. Are you just imagining inside a box? Okay. Well, I hope that gives you some clues, Jenny, and how you can achieve your goals tomorrow. Organizing a house around them, yeah. Oh, you know what it's about. Okay, cool, brilliant. I had no idea. It made no sense to me, and I'm like, what? What's going on? What's going on? Sorry, Corinne. Let me take a breath. Corinne, I did do your message. It was the one before Jenny's. Makes perfect sense. Brilliant. Thanks, Jenny. Corinne, your message was the one before Jenny's. Okay? So come back to it and listen to it when you're ready. Okay, so Corinne, I did Jenny's. Cayenne wants a message, I think, but I haven't seen Cayenne's message yet. Oh yeah, Corinne, yes, it's reading dishes. Okay. Not sure what Corinne wanted. Flower bloom. Okay, and I will do your reading as soon as I see it come up. In the moment, Flower Bloom has a question. Heat Journey, if you have a question, just ask it and I'll do it soon. Oh, shoot, it's an hour. Can't be on for too much longer, but I will try and get what I can done. Okay, hey, I want to know how he feels about me. RN. How does RN feel about you? Cool. Okay, so I've got sort of like a... Now, the King of Pentacles to me is someone who's very down to earth sort of energy. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Swords here. So it's like taking something away from you. So as though you've had something taken away from you. But you do need to know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not quite what you expect, but I'm getting a lot of transformation and changes coming in and getting a lot of heartbreak. Okay, so I feel like here's this guy who's very sort of down to earth sort of guy. He's sort of a bit of a no nonsense, down to earth sort of guy. He's very practical. Oh, means right now? Okay. So yes, he's I'm getting someone who's very sort of down to earth, practical. I'm getting the sense of something being taken away. So I don't know whether he feels like something's being taken away from him or you feel like something's being taken away. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. It also reminds me a sense of being in solitude. So there has been a time of solitude, of course, that's maybe on some level or maybe wants to be in solitude. There is some transformations and there's been some changes to go by. It's a sense of things ending, things actually finishing, and it does cause some heartbreak on some level. And so I'm just having a look here. I'm just getting a lot of heartbreak. So I'm not sure what that's about. So just feeling very heavy energy about the situation. So, oh, good. Sun does shine on the whole situation. There are things being exposed, things being brought out into the open. Now we've got the purple card here, so or pink. Is it pink? Yeah, it is more pinky than purple. It is a sense. Sorry, it's not very good on the computer. Yeah, you've been hurt with how do you get over him? Okay, I wondered that. I wondered if that's what's going on. Okay, we've got pink, and this is about unconditional love. I'm talking about self-love. To let the sun shine on the situation within yourself, to find your own happiness and joy. It is about self-love. Okay, it is about finding self-love. Ooh, again, about seeing the actual, acknowledging the truth of the situation as well is going to be super important. And so facing your shadow self as well, facing those things that we may deny about ourselves. Okay, so let's have a look at this here. Oh, here we go. Divine Spirit, I'm in the flow of abundance. Sitting in nature, and know those that have passed over are watching over you. This is talking about being guided, could be with the angels, it can be with someone who's passed over recently. They're watching you, or someone that you've been thinking about lately that's been passed over. They're actually with you and they're hoping to guide you on this journey as you find your own vitality, your own passion, your lust for life, and being able to communicate or self-express, express yourself is really important. Now, I know it feels like you're in the eye of the storm at the moment. You're in this, it's about finding that inner peace even though the chaos is happening around you as well. It's going to be super important. I feel like that's the thing that you need to do, is just sort of sit in silence, sit in meditation, reflection, see all the chaos that's going on around you, and find a way to express yourself, whether that's through art, writing, poetry, music, some sort of creative project, maybe going for having a long bath or a long soak. To be honest, I'm getting a lot of blocking from him. I'm getting a lot of block. He's a very down-to-earth sort of practical guy, and I think he's just sort of moving on the best he can possibly do. And I think at the moment it's all about what you need to do for you and not worry too much about him. It's actually time to start thinking about yourself with self-love and connecting to the angels. I said about the angels coming through as well, and find the courage and the strength to keep going for yourself. Doesn't matter, it's heartbroken keeps coming up quite strongly. And so, yeah, it is about the transformations and the changes. Again, we're just getting that reconfirmation with the same cards coming up and up again. There are things ending, and it is about you being able to communicate freely within yourself. But I'm sort of getting a written work. So I don't know whether you journal or write stories or something in that way. There's certainly a lot of written work going on. So I don't know if you're writing something that's going to help you with the process here, which is going to be super important. So let's have a look. And I've got 2 decks I've just muddled up. So here, I know the readings get quite long and they do quite deep. Now, I normally do paid readings, so no, it's moving on, Flower Bloom. Time to start thinking about yourself. Start thinking about you. Okay, I'm gonna just gonna put this banner up because it is getting to that stage. Finish in about 20 minutes. Okay, right, so runs I did. I just did Flower Bloom. Okay. KN, what does KT feel towards you? Okay, KN, are you still around? What does KN, what does KT feel about you? KN, are you still around? So you want KT feels towards you. What does KT? Flower Bloom, you have to start thinking about you. Don't worry about him right now. It's about your own healing process. Okay? So, KN, what does KT feel about you? Whew. Okay, KN. So let's think about KT. New beginnings. The world. Oh, you're in his world. Whoa. That was quite powerful straight away. Okay, we've got Queen of Wands here, so he sees you as very passionate as well, very creative. Someone's very passionate, very creative sort of energy about you. Okay. And we've got 3 of Cups here, so a celebration, a reason to celebrate life. So here I'm getting a lot about new beginnings, a new relationship on some level. Being the world, being their world, being their world, which is really important, and being very passionate and creative as well, and a reason to celebrate life. Okay, there's a reason to celebrate life with you in it. Okay, one more card. It's a very clear picture. It's a sense of purification. Feels like very straight and to the point, and there doesn't seem to be any need for any complication. Talks very much about clarity, which is interesting. And I'm just, now I know this is not the whole deck, by the way. This is just part of it. It's called Animal Personalities and the Chakra one. Now, what's happened is I haven't ordered the whole Animal Personality set yet because I'm waiting for another couple of decks to come through first. I will get them, but so let's have a look. Okay, got pig here and squirrel. So here I'm getting a sense of I want to talk about being being clean. It's a good omen. Pigs are actually good omens. They're about things happening in a good way. Okay, and it's about gathering all the information and putting it away for another day. It's a sense of squirreling away, if you like, with what's important, looking at what's of value. So here's the other animal cards. I just want to see if there's anything else that comes through. So we're flying free within the relationship as well. And let's see what chakra cards. Now the chakra cards actually come with one of the other decks as well. Okay. So this is about how you digest your experiences. Okay, so it's how you choose to trust in your instincts, or trust in your gut instinct, and how you're going to fly ahead, because things feel very positive about it, and it's like you're putting this information away for later. And I'm sort of getting like, don't wait. Like, you need to fly free. You need to make the move now, okay? Because it's how you choose to digest your experiences, how you choose to live your life, so to speak. So yeah, KM. Okay, heat journey. Can I ask how Aaron feels for me? It's a lot of the similar questions are coming out tonight. Okay, so how does Aaron feel about you? Heat journey. You still here? And I'll do your reading. How can I ask how Aaron feels? And this one back down. Straight away, you've got the page. Okay, it's like he feels that you're a bit of a truth seeker. You're somebody who's always looking for the truth in the situation, and knows that there's always choices available to you as well. He feels like the world is your oyster, like you have a lot of potential. There are some things that you may need to walk away from, or whether that's walking towards. Okay, so maybe he feels in a way that you're a person who may walk away. I think that's part of he may feel as though you're a person to walk away. He sees you as a truth seeker. He sees somebody who is the world is your oyster. So he may think that you are somebody who may walk away from the situation. Whoops. This one here. It wasn't actually those cards, it was this one here. Whew. Are you a person who speaks your mind heat journey at times? Do you find yourself quite vocal in the situations? So I feel like he sees you as somebody who could be a little bit vocal, if you like. You know, you can think for yourself. So does that make sense with what I've said, with the fact of this truth seeker that you are, this truth seeker, and the world, that he sees you as a person that's got, you know, the world is your oyster. You say what's on your mind. Okay, so that makes sense. He is afraid that you're going to walk away from the situation. Okay, so I don't know what that means for you. He does feel like that you're somebody who can walk away. It's like you can disconnect emotionally. Whew, Knight of Air. So also feels like there's a sense of rushing into the situation. Okay, so maybe you find at times, or his perception of you anyway, his perception of you is that sometimes you may rush into a situation without, even though you say what's on your mind and everything like that, you might find yourself rushing into the situation without actually strategizing or making a plan. Okay, so I think that's part of it as well. And here you've got the King of Wands, which is about a bit of a business entrepreneur. It's like you have these ideas. Okay, I don't know whether you put these ideas into action as such, but there's definitely a sense of movement within the ideas, this creative process, something that you've got these ideas, you've got these enterprises that seem to want to take off, but whether they do or not, I'm not sure. But I'm just getting a lot. That's how he sees you anyway. So I don't know if there was any other part to that question. That's how he sees you. It's his perception. And the card I've got here is house, security. Healthy, grounded, someone communicating clearly with, and sun shines on the situation. So I feel like everything sort of is a positive energy about, even though he sees you as these things, it's not in a negative aspect of it at all. It feels quite secure, very grounded, communicates, written communication, and the sun shining on the situation as well, heat journey. So I don't know if that resonates, whether there's anything else that you need to know, or whether that answers your question or such. But that's definitely how he perceives you, and then this little bit of security, grounded, being able to express. Maybe you're doing some writing. Oh, you sent him a text with a stern text with a positive tone to it. Okay. So hopefully it'll be all good, because the sun cards come out. So it feels like the sun's going to shine on the situation. Okay, so that's part of the thing. Okay. So I think it's going to be all okay. I think it's going to be quite okay in the end. Right, so did someone else have one more question? Because I'm really going to have to, I'm going to have to, let's have a look here. last reading, I think. Getting towards the last ending, just so that I can. So happily ever after, I think, was the last one. So I don't know whether happily ever after is still here or, but I think that will be just about it. Oh, you're welcome, Heat Journey. So we're just waiting for, I think, happily ever after or something. I think that was the last person that asked about a reading, but I'm not sure if they're still around. It's very hard to tell sometimes because it flickers quite a bit. So I'm just going to do a bit of a lotteria. I know there's the riddles, but I cannot remember the riddles. So just going to read them a bit like a oracle deck. So this is a lotteria deck that I created. It's actually 3 editions because this first edition I made a mistake in the word for the heart. I put something else on it, and so the second edition and the third edition, different backs as well. The third edition is a plain back. The second edition is this back, but in black and white. Oops, this back, sorry. Okay, so firstly we've got the ladder. So we're walking up the ladder. This feels like a, I want to say melting pot. I don't know why that came in. So there seems to be like some sort of I'm getting diversity for some reason in this. I just got like melting pot as in diversity. So this is interesting. So you're climbing the ladder. There's a lot of diversity going on around. So we've got the payaro. So this is like the birds. So there's a lot of gossip, a lot of chatter going on and stuff. So you're climbing up new ladders, new self-awareness, could be to do with the diversity of people around you. So there's a lot of talk, a lot of communication. So you've got Scorpio here, so you need to be careful about being stung in some way. And the barrel. Now, in this, it talks about being slightly larger, putting on the weight because you're eating too much and that sort of thing, or drinking too much in this case. So yeah, that's sort of like, it's a sense of being, I'm just getting a sense of, what am I getting, sort of like being lazy in a way, just sort of maybe getting stung by what you're, food, drink, maybe feeling a bit toxic within stuff as well. Could be a sense of toxicity as well. Oh, the devil. So the little devil. So there is a sense of, an addiction in some way. So here you're climbing up new ladders of awareness. Could be a bit of a diversity within what's going on, a bit of a melting pot. There is a lot of gossip, a lot of talk and stuff going on. So you do need to be careful that you're not going to be poisoned or toxic by something that's addictive to you. So it's feeling very very addictive here, or very toxic in some way, something that's very poisoning, and you could be something that you are absorbing within yourself. Oh, hi, Mr. Yor. So yeah, the lotteria cards. So that's a really sort of quick message with them today. Right, that's it. Oh, Mr. Yor, I've done the questions tonight. You've been getting random messages. I just blocked them. I'm not sure. It's been an hour and a half. I'm just finishing up. I'm just sort of saying good night now. Ooh. Mr. Yor. Okay. Sort of right on the last of my. I'll just do you, and then let me just answer that very quickly. Let's have a look. Random messages, Mr. Yor. Let's have a quick skizzy. Prickly pear. Yeah, it's like he's wanting something and trying to see what you're stepping into, what you're doing. Trying to be sugary sweet in some way. It's a little bit about deceitful, really. And La Palma, the pine, very tall palm tree. So I'm just getting the height here. Hot weather. What else am I getting about the palm tree? So tropical. So I'm getting sort of things get quite heated situation. Okay, I'm getting a heated situation. Yeah. Okay, and definitely about containing something. So I feel like at this time that he's wanting to check up on you, wanting to see what steps you're taking. You might find that he's being a little bit sugary sweet. Things might get quite heated in the situation because it feels like he wants to be able to contain you in some way. I feel like there's a sense of containment. There's been a shift. There's been a shift going on. So I think it's about you just blocking. I'm just getting a sense of, well, here we go. 2 cards just flew out. There's a warped perception going on about the whole situation. So you need to find a way to have some inner peace in your journey, Mr. Yor. Okay, you need to find an inner peace within yourself as well. That's super important. You know, I feel like there's a warped perception, so you need to find some inner peace within yourself and to bring some harmonization. Okay, so you need to find a way that's going to do that for you, and that might be through blocking, through looking at things from a different perspective. Anyway, so really quick message for you, so hopefully that gives you some clarity, and I'm going to say good night. Okay, so that's it. That's me. I am finished. It's been an hour and a half. It's a bit longer than I was planning. I would like to try and only be an hour each time. So anyway, take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to know when my next video is on. Don't forget to check out the links that are down below because there's Patreon, Unseen Alley. There is Facebook page now. There is also Make Playing Cards when you want to check out my decks that I've created. On my channel, you'll see all the links there. Anyway, take care and blessed be. I am exhausted. Thank you.